Man, I want to hear your side of the story on this. So I talked to Roy about this thing. You know, Roy moved up to heavyweight.
Yeah.
Fought John Ruiz, went up all these different weight classes. I was at that fight. And I was in an all-gold suit. Man, I think I had just came back from the Olympics, or I think I just came back.
Yeah.
Or was about to go, 1 or 2. I think I just came back. Man, Roy became the heavyweight champion of the world, WBA heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
You don't go back down when you done came up.
Right.
And from what me and you have talked about, you said, Roy said he remembers it different.
Yeah.
You said, man, I had Tyson right where we wanted him. And Tyson wasn't really Tyson at that time. Still dangerous, though.
Right.
You wanted him to go fight Tyson next, get a big bag, and then figure out what you want to do next. But don't go fight Antonio Tarver.
Yeah.
What's your recollection of the Tyson potential deal that was on the table?
Right. Now, you know, I ain't took no punches. So my memory might be a little different. I'd heard some of Roy's thing, and that's the homie. And, you know, I don't know how it may have, you know, be this different, but here's what I remember. Like, I remember me and Roy, you know, having a conversation about that fight first, and Roy was telling me Tyson never would, nobody could get Tyson to the table. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, once again, I'm like, oh, that's an opportunity, right? So I reach out to Mike, and of course, Mike, you know, accept the invitation. So I bring Mike to Houston. I tell Roy, yo, I got Mike to agree to come to Houston. Let's have a conversation. Let's go out to my ranch, just us. And we're gonna have a conversation and make this fight happen. He's like, yeah, you got him? I'm like, yeah, I got him, man. I got the tickets, he coming.
This after Ruiz or before?
Yeah, this after
Okay.
Ruiz. So Mike show up, Roy show up. We all drive out to the ranch. You know, is evidence of the picture where I'm holding both of their hands up, and we went in the office and, you know, talked about making that fight.
Oh, that picture you got downstairs, that was that day?
That's at my ranch. So we talked about, you know, making that fight, and we left out there with a meeting of the minds to make that fight happen. Maybe 2 times. You know what I mean?
Mike said, we could do it twice, brother.
Yeah, brother. You know, Mike was body then, man. So from there, you know, we even started like doing the marketing. I remember the Source Magazine Hip Hop Awards, where, you know, I arranged for Mike and Roy to announce that they was fighting at the Source Hip Hop Awards. That's another picture that can be verified. And from there, me and Roy decided to bring the Malute brothers in, the owners of the Palm at the time, and I think the Sacramento Kings, because we wanted, you know, our thing was, let's get a guaranteed $25 million for each of us, because it's gonna do well, you know, on the pay-per-view as well.
Crazy on pay-per-view.
Yeah. So that was, you know, what I remember us having in mind, and I remember me and Roy taking a meeting with the Malute brothers, one or two of them. And the 25 was, I think, the deal breaker, because they didn't want to guarantee the 25, but they mentioned 17. You know what I mean? And to me, I'm like, yo, we can get the other off the pay-per-view. That's not gonna mean as much, you know, not getting that guaranteed there, because this is gonna be a huge, you know what I mean, pay-per-view fight. And somewhere between the weight of that taking place, you know, I remember Roy telling me, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Tarver fight. You know, I done took his best punch. I'm gonna see if he can take mine. Something to that sort. And my thing was, man, you know, this is a bird in the hand. This big money here, Roy. You know what I mean? Why? But, you know, you have to respect the decision that a man decided to make, and that's how that went, you know, from my recollection. And we know, you know, what happened. You know, Tarver caught him with one, you know, and I saw all that fly out the window. Yeah.
I think the John Ruiz fight was 10 million guaranteed. I don't know what about the upside, but I know that the Tarver fight was 5, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around 5 or something like that. You remember what the number?
I don't remember. No, I thought it was like 4,
Okay.
but it could have been.
And then what happened, happened.
Yeah.
When you starting to see this fallout, Tarver 1 happened, Roy Igbad, he dig it out. They go back again, and then Tarver shocked the world by stopping Roy Jones. And then you see Glenn Johnson.
Yeah.
You know, I was in Memphis at that time. I told Roy this story, man, one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah.
It felt like somebody died.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you seeing this, what you thinking? What you thinking?
After that heavyweight fight with Ruiz, something was lost. You know, where his speed was concerned, maybe in his legs or something. You know, something didn't come back the same as he was before that heavyweight. So I think, you know, putting on that weight really, like, it done something. I don't know how to, from a scientific point of view, I don't know how to explain it, but he never was the same fighter after that. And Roy, to me, his speed was like the key to who he was, you know, being successful, because Roy always had like a lot of bad habits from a defense perspective as a fighter, but he was so fast, nobody could really catch him with certain things because of his speed. And when that left, then, you know, he was able to be caught with a lot of things that he wouldn't have been caught with the speed. That's the way I feel about it.
Was you advising him when it started getting to a point where the knockouts started accumulating? Was you still there?
I'm always there with Roy. You know what I mean? I'm always there. I'm always, you know, giving my honest opinion, you know, on what I feel, if he's asked me different things or whatnot. But, you know, Roy's strong-minded. You know what I mean? Just like all of us. And, you know, I just had to be there as a brother for him every time. You know, I'm rooting for him.
Ay, candy stove, sweet like sugar. Down south, shot it, she a looker. Ay, from the dirty, let us crook it.